Hi, it's Cheryl with Caribou Country Lifestyle. Haven't done a video in a while. We were actually gone on holidays for about a week. Went to the Okanagan and yeah, it was pretty relaxing. Floated down the river a couple of times, went to the drive-in. We still have a drive-in in the Okanagan. And so my husband and my son like to go and check out the drive-in, something that, we did as kids when we were growing up. So I don't go to the drive-in because, just to be clear, I can't stay awake for the first show, let alone the second show. So I just don't go to the drive-in. I just stay at the campsite and hang out there. So it was a relaxing trip, and now we're back to the daily grind of gardening and looking after the animals again. So it was good. So I'm just gonna do a little tour. There's lots of stuff that has just grown like crazy. I've been starting to pick quite a bit of vegetables out of the garden. So yeah, let's do a little tour. So to start off with this massive garden bed, this is my zucchinis. So the one on the left is my Black Beauty, the green zucchini, dark green. And the one on the right, which isn't quite as big, that's the yellow gold zucchini. And in behind here is my pickling cucumbers, and they are making their way up the vine. On this side here, this vine is actually my morning glory, but it hasn't set out any flowers yet. But I'm excited to see when the flowers pop up. Morning glory, it actually only blooms in the day and then it closes at night. Got some marigolds in between here. I got a zinnia in behind. This is my Peter Pan squash. It's getting big. My Tithonia, which is my Mexican sunflower, that's it there in the back. And then beside that is another zinnia. In back here, that's the Ring of Fire sunflowers. In front of them are my bush beans. They're starting to flower, so it's going to be producing some beans anytime now. And in front of that is a mix of my onion sets and my ferning asparagus. And this is all just beans and sunflowers, asparagus, onion sets, more sunflowers. These are the Magic Box sunflowers. And there we have our marigolds. Oh, in behind I see a little zinnia, just getting ready to open. Couple more zinnias in behind there. Got a few flowers coming in. That is the Oxheart tomato. Another Oxheart tomato. And then we go into the Amish paste tomatoes, and they have flowers as well. I don't know if you've ever deadheaded marigold, but it's so easy. So I'm going to come on this side. Right here, this is a marigold flower that's pretty much done. It's drying up, and I just pick them off and throw them in my compost. If you want, though, you can let those heads dry, like these heads here. You can let them dry, and then you can open them up and save the seeds inside. And there's quite a few seeds that you get inside. So here I planted another row of the Chinese Toi Choy. I'll come over here so you can get, and look at it already. Like that, it just grows. This is my second crop of the Chinese Toi Choy. And I like to use that in, it's just like a baby bok choy. I use it in stir fries, or I just stir fry it with some onions. And look at this cucumber is made its way. It's going up there. I have picked 2 cucumbers off of this plant already. And my fanfare cucumber, it's just starting to flower. So we'll be getting some cucumbers off of that. This is the cobaya, and it's starting to make its way up the panel as well. Got some more marigolds. I actually seen in here, these are my, oh geez, my okra. And right here, it's already flowered. I wasn't here, we were on holidays when it flowered, but it's got little okras growing on there. So that's exciting. My Bright Lights Swiss chard. I've harvested a lot off of the Bright Light Swiss chard. After we had that last hail in the middle of July, I actually was picking out quite a bit of it and giving it to the pigs because it just beat the crap out of my Swiss chard. This is the rutabagas. We can't really see them. They're underneath all of this. There's the roots there. Underneath all these leaves, there are rutabagas growing in there. Here I have my dill, and it's just starting to get the little dill seed heads on it. And in here, behind the carrots, we always seem to miss what's behind the carrots. And that is my honeydew melon, the early dew. Still trying to make its way through. I'm not sure about my poor little watermelon, if it's gonna continue to grow or not. And then we've got our carrots. I see some carrots are starting to form in here, so we could be picking some baby carrots. Have a meal with some baby carrots in it. There are my leeks. They are growing quite nicely now. They're doing quite nice. Oh, not sure that's just a weed. Don't need that. Let's throw that over for the pigs. Calendula, as everybody else. Again, if you with the calendula, you just have to pick the heads off once they are finished and they're drying out. I just pick the heads off. Just makes them have a cleaner look. Okay, here we have our Carnival Blend tomatoes. Got quite a few flowers here. Got some, gotta be clipping out these suckers on the tomatoes. That's just when you're staking tomatoes with an indeterminate tomato, which is what these are. They're going to grow quite large up this panel. And I just pick out any of the suckers in the little elbows. And that way it focuses on the plant, on the flowers, on the tomatoes, and not so much on the plant if you pick those out. It's not too bad. There's a few. I picked them before I left. And then there's a few more. Oh, another calendula. This one is kind of a paler yellow one. And we got a marigold in underneath this calendula. There's a couple of dead flower heads on there. I'll pick those off. Another flower head on the calendula. I just pick them off. Okay, back over here we have our muskellin mix. I did pick out one of my lettuces. That was the summertime, summer crisp head lettuce. I picked that out. This is my broccoli, and it's the Munchkin broccoli, and it's just starting to get some heads. Just gonna begin to get some heads. Look at that zinnia. Put my head in here so you get a better view of it. It's got little speckles of red in the yellow. That's pretty. Oh, this calendula, we have yellow and orange in it. Very nice. Look at this, all this kale. Oh my gosh, I have to pick kale. And my, this is my butternut squash, and it is just growing right out into the Toscano kale. And here, oh my, yeah, again, here we have my spaghetti squash. All these big leaves here, that's all spaghetti squash plants. It's growing off to the side, it's going over the edge, it's going up the vines, it's going everywhere. Some more calendula. I planted more radishes underneath here, but it's not getting a whole heck of a lot of sun, so we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. There's my little eggplants. This one here has just got so many blooms on it. I can't wait to actually see some eggplants on these. And my beets, I actually have thinned out my beets. We had roasted beets last night with a little bit of garlic olive oil and some salt and pepper, and I cooked them on the barbecue. Were they ever yummy? And there's my eggplants here. Another one with a cute little flower on it. That purple flower, it's so pretty. My poor Brussels sprouts are being over-riddled with the vines from my spaghetti squash. Like this should be growing up and through here. Back, put it back in there. Let it do its thing. And there. Those are my pole beans. They're growing up. I haven't seen any flowers on it yet. So, no flowers on it yet. Even when I come to this side, I don't see any flowers on it yet. And then down below is my celery. It's doing pretty good. It looks good. And when I pick it, I'm only just going to be taking out a few of the outer stalks of the celery. I'm not going to pick the whole thing. Oh, I took the collar off of my cabbage. And this is my Scorpio cabbage. And then I've got my cauliflower, and look in here. My tomatoes. Oh, look at that pretty zinnia. That's just amazing. I have another zinnia not ready to open. Oh, look at that sunflower. It's going to be opening anytime. Yeah, so these are my new girl tomatoes. Like, look at these tomatoes. I've got a bunch in here, some more up top, that little bunch in there. They're an early variety tomato, so that's why I'm seeing more tomatoes on it. And then these are the natural black cherry tomatoes beside it. I don't have any flowers on my poblano peppers yet, but I do see buds that are going to start opening. Oh, look at this. I have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 peppers on these 2 plants with more flowers as well. Oh, and we've got some peppers growing in on this one too. That's awesome. Okay, I've started picking peas. My snap peas. I was picking my snap peas the other day, and I planted them from the same pack, and I have like 2 different kinds of snap peas, because one is an actual snap pea and the other one is a snow pea, and I'm going to show you the difference. So I just had picked some. Oh, here it is. So I just want to show you this, this snap pea. Look at how it's, and then this snap pea. Can you see the difference? Like, this is from the same seed, but it looks different. This looks like a snow pea, and that looks like a snap pea. And I planted them both from the same pack. So, tell me why is that? I mean, they both taste good. They both taste like snap peas. They're really good. So good. But I was just thought that was weird that I had 2 different kinds of snap peas when I planted them from the same package. Like I say, they're still good. Look at this zinnia. Look at how it has little stars in, like, that is so cute. I love that. So here I have some more of my cauliflower. A friend gave me a red cabbage plant. She asked me if I had some room, and I was like, yeah, I could put it in somewhere. My strawberries have quit producing strawberries right now, but they are setting out. Look at all these runners that they're setting out. So those are future strawberry plants in the making. So this fall I'm going to be digging these strawberry plants up, and then any of these extra strawberry plants I'm just going to put the, so where, I'm just going to show you where it has this runner right here, and then I have another plant right there. This, I'm going to put that bottom piece into the ground, or a little container of dirt, and I'm going to use some kind of a landscaping pin to hold the plant into the dirt, and then once it takes and it starts growing in the dirt, then I'm just going to take some pruners and I will snip it right there. I'll back it up. I'll snip it right there, just so that then now we'll have another plant going in there, and then we'll have more and more strawberries and more, and that's what it's all about. Look at that planter. It's simply beautiful. This one, it's coming along. We've got the snapdragons are flowering. I got some smaller snapdragons that are flowering. Like, look at that. That's so pretty. And then my little marigolds. Look what the deer did to my geranium. Ate the leaves off my geranium. This is a geranium I started inside last in February. And I can't believe, well, I can believe that the deer ate it. I do believe the deer ate it, because they eat everything, as annoying as it is. So, all right, let's take a walk down here. I wanted to show you what I've done. Another reason why I wanted to get a quick little tour in was because tomorrow we're traveling to the Thompson Okanagan, and I am actually going in for shoulder surgery this week. So we're traveling down to the Thompson Okanagan tomorrow, and then I am going for shoulder surgery the next morning. You'll probably just be looking at this video, and I will probably be having shoulder surgery. Okay, we're over in my berry section, the fruit and berries, and I was in here watering this morning, and I actually picked about a handful of raspberries off of the raspberry plants that I have. But also, I have sour cherries. Look at these sour cherries. They are gorgeous. Now, I mean, this is only the second year of having these, but I am so excited. Last year I got 3, and because we didn't have this fence around, I didn't even see them. The deer got them before I did. So not this year. Those deer aren't getting any. So before we went camping, I actually planted my blueberries. This one seems to be doing well, and this one not so much. And then over here I have, this is my elderberry plant. This one doing good. This one not so much. So I'm sensing a theme here. I also planted my haskaps. This haskap doing good. This haskap not so much, but I'm encouraged because look at this. It's starting to get some green on the sides. I don't know why it went brown like that, because this one is, what, 4 or 5 feet away? So it's getting the same conditions. But look at this. I have another raspberry. I missed this one. I didn't even look on this plant, but I got raspberries. Yay. I love fruit. I love picking fruit. I love picking my fruit. It tastes so good. It's nice and it's just so sweet. Okay. Yeah, I just have to put this gate back. My cheater gate, it's enough that the deer think that there's a gate there. But if they really wanted to get in there, they could. I'm just glad they haven't figured it out. So, I'm gonna come down here. I was gonna mow my lawn. But really, it's been probably a month. Well, 3 weeks for sure since the last time I mowed my lawn. And it really hasn't grown much. When you look at my lawn, it looks pretty dry. There's only a few green parts, but it's mostly dry. Like, yeah. But here's my Honeycrisp apple tree. I have a fence around it to keep the deer out. I have to hand water that because I don't have a hose that's far enough. And then this little apple is an apple tree that my brother-in-law planted from a seed. So this is from an ambrosia seed, one that you just get at the grocery store. He decided to start these seeds, and he got 4 of these trees that planted from it, and he gave me one of them. So I just put this frame, kind of, it's not a very great frame, but it was just, I had to do something before we left on our holiday so that the deer wouldn't eat it. Last year I bought an Japanese ivory silk lilac, and I should have put something around it because look at that pathetic thing. Like, the deer, they just cleaned off every leaf that was on there. It's just crazy what the deer will do. Oh, see, this grass, this could possibly be mowed. It might get mowed. We'll just have to wait and see. I want to show you how big these pigs are getting. So, oh, Jamie's over here giving the pigs water. I already gave them treats. Look it. It's the mama pig. It's the mama pig and all the babies. So this one here, that's Piglet. That's the one that we had to treat. That she had a shoulder wound in. And you can't even tell where she had the wound. She is doing so good. And then the little black one over here, Mama's walking right in front of, that's Pagwat. And this other black one, she's pretty big, that's Hans. The other spotted one in behind is Cow, since she's black with white spots. She kind of looks like a cow. And then little Piglet. She is the smallest out of all 4 when you compare their sizes. But boy, are they ever getting big. Isn't that right, Mama? Mama Sumai, she's such a good mom. She's such a good mom. Yes, she is. They know that fence is not safe. They could get dinged. And she wants to come and see me, but she knows she can't. And here we have the meat birds. They're sure growing. Look at how some of them look kind of straggly looking. But we actually had, last night we had one of our last broiler chickens from last year. We had company over here, and there was so much chicken. Like, that broiler chicken was probably 7 or 8 pounds. It's like a small turkey. And boy, was it ever good. These meat birds will probably we'll be processing them, I think the third weekend in August, somewhere around there. We're not going to let them go as old as the other meat birds we had last year. And let's go take a look and see the dual purpose birds with the layers. Oh yeah, oh, they're still getting. These ones are still telling them what's what. So those are the Rhode Island Reds. And then we have the Buff Orpingtons and the Black Australorps. Not very many out here because we have 30 of them in total. And there's only 2, 4, 6, 7 out here right now. Oh, there's one in behind. 8 we have out here. I find that the Buff Orpingtons are, I think, are a more gentle breed. If I had to have a favorite, I think that those would be the ones. They're just pecking at everything, checking it all out. But everybody's getting along on the most part. The girls having a little drink. Is that right? What do you say? Hey? Oh, and there's a Black Australorp coming over to say hi. We have a little dust bath for them. Put a little Dromaeotaceous earth in there and they dust around and they really like that. Keeps the bugs down. Oh, there's Mama Pig and all the babies and their little entourage coming to say hi to the chickens. They probably think something's going on. They better come and check it out. So, yeah, that's pretty much the end of my tour.